Is your voice still hoarse or hurting after you've had the COVID-19 virus? I've had lots of people asking for help with this, so today I'm going to share a voice rehabilitation routine that will help you recover your healthy voice function for speaking and singing faster. There are other viruses, colds and flus that also affect the voice, of course, and some can cause havoc with our voices for months, even after we've recovered. And COVID is no different. However, the symptoms from COVID seem to last months longer than the usual coughs and colds. So developing good vocal hygiene practice for vocal maintenance in healthcare is absolutely crucial, especially if you want to keep using your voice in business and in life. So whether you have muscle tension dysphonia or a weak or hoarse voice after illness, this video is for you, so stick around. Q&A Tuesday, all your voice questions answered. Hi, I'm Elisa James, holistic voice coach and voice therapist, and I help people learn better vocal technique so they can develop a strong and healthy voice for life. In this video, I'm going to show you the 7 steps to heal your voice after COVID. So please watch the video all the way to the end if you are serious about getting your voice back. Now, let's talk about the issue of the day, shall we? Voice fatigue, voice hoarseness, and voice loss due to injury or illness and COVID specifically. Let's have a look at some of the facts first. Some of the very long-term symptoms that people are facing after COVID include these: lung damage, shortness of breath, pain in the lower lungs when breathing, changes in vocal behavior, chronic cough and sore throat, and breathing issues. 640 people with COVID recently contributed to a publication called The Atlantic. And they all shared their own accounts of their personal COVID journey and how they felt months afterwards. The unfortunate thing is that 90% of them stated that even 3 to 6 months after they had COVID, they still had not fully recovered. Their main symptoms included shortness of breath, voice changes, hoarseness, coughing, and vocal fatigue. So that's what we're focusing on today. Here is the biggest issue at hand with these types of symptoms. They're all part of a vicious cycle and self-perpetuating. So to get real improvement, you've got to stop the cycle and start implementing different lifestyle behaviors so you can heal faster. The self-perpetuating cycle is this: the more we cough, the more we get a sore throat. The more our throat is sore, the more we clear our throat. The more we clear our throat, the more our voice hurts. And then the harder it is to speak, so we push our voices harder to make more sound, which leads to more coughing, more inflammation, and more hoarseness. This vicious cycle can lead to long-term or even permanent vocal damage. So the exercises that I'm going to show you today will really help so many people who have had voice issues. But here's the thing: if your cough persists after 8 weeks, you've got to consult with your ENT or your laryngologist to rule out any other issues that might be contributing to your voice dysfunction, okay? Here are the 7 most important hygiene steps that you need to implement if you want your voice to recover fully. Please write them down and take them seriously. All of them will help to some degree, but if you miss a step, your recovery won't be as fast or effective. Here are the 7 steps, first as an overview. Then I'm going to go through some specific vocal exercises that you need to strengthen your voice at the end of this video. So stick around, it's really important, and write these down. Number 1, water intake. You need water to make the vocal folds work properly and for your body to heal. You really need to be fully hydrated. So as soon as you get up in the morning, drink a whole glass of water and then drink at least 8 glasses a day to stay hydrated throughout the day. And guys, sorry, soda, tea, coffee, juice, they don't count. Drink old-fashioned, good, clean, filtered water. Number 2, steaming. Use a steam inhaler multiple times a day to keep your vocal folds and your airways moistened and ready for action. The drier your voice and your airways, the more you're going to cough. The more you cough, the worse your voice will get. You can do it the old-fashioned way by just simply placing hot water in a pot and breathing in the steam, or you can use a personal inhaler like the one I'll show you at the end. Now, as a professional speaker or singer, I find that personal inhaler is one of the best tools of the trade I've ever purchased. You can see the link in the description under the video so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Number 3, ask your doctor. Find out if your inhalers for asthma or allergies are causing any dryness or a yeast infection on the vocal folds, because that can lead to vocal changes. Some steroid inhalers can cause a lot of voice issues, so please ask your doctor which one you can take, especially if you have a job with high vocal demand such as a doctor or a lawyer. If you're going to speak for hours and hours a day for work, you need to choose an inhaler that's going to do the least damage to your vocal folds, so please ask your doctor. Number 4, vocal exercises. To strengthen the voice, I'm going to show you at the end of this video some specific exercises that will really help your voice rehabilitate after you've been sick, so stay tuned for that. Number 5, breathing exercises. In the exercise section at the end, I'll also go through these in detail. However, deep, long inhalations with the diaphragm and swimming and other exercises can also help improve lung function. These things will help strengthen the lungs and the airways, and singing does too. So think about adding some singing to your daily routine. Number 6, cardio exercise. Regular exercise after COVID is much harder for people because their lung function seems to be compromised. Clinics dealing with COVID rehabilitation all recommend daily cardiovascular exercise to strengthen and expand the lungs, such as walking, jogging, swimming, or bike riding. But do just a little bit at a time until you regain your strength, your stamina, and your lung function. Number 7, meditation. Meditation and mindfulness practices minimize stress levels. And high stress levels will absolutely stop your immune system from working properly. Cortisol, the stress hormone, makes your muscles contract. And if your airways or your throat are contracting or constricting from tension and bad vocal technique, then you're going to have even more issues. So please meditate daily to keep your stress levels low. You'll find it much easier to open your throat and release that tension if you practice every single day. Speaking with tension or singing with tension or push or force is never going to help the voice heal. It's imperative to let go of the tension in your body and your throat so you can make sound freely. This is the steam inhaler. You should be able to purchase this at your local pharmacy. You simply put hot water inside here up to the line, then put the cap on, and then put your mouth inside the cap and breathe in to your mouth, not your nose. This is specifically to hydrate your vocal folds and your upper respiratory function. You'll find that this really is super helpful to heal your voice faster. Once I've steamed for even 5 minutes after I've been sick, my voice just responds so much more quickly. Steaming is so useful for all voice users. So please get one of these and use it 3 to 5 times a day, and you will notice the difference. This is the next exercise I want to make sure that you do daily. This is with a bottle of water and a straw. Now, all I want you to do is to take a nice deep breath without using your chest and blow bubbles into the water for as long as you can. If you can, get a timer next to you because the goal is to get a bigger number every time. For instance, if you can only blow for 10 seconds and make the bubbles for 10 seconds, write 10 down. The next time I want you to get to 15 or 20 or 25 or 30. You take a breath from the diaphragm, not from the chest, and then you blow like this. Now, if you're doing it correctly, you won't feel anything in your throat whatsoever. However, you'll feel your tummy moving in towards the spine as you're blowing bubbles. What you'll notice if you're doing it right is your voice and your throat feels very relaxed, but your tummy feels like you've actually done about 10 sit-ups. So when you're doing it right, your tummy will be working hard, your voice will be relaxed. Now, the next step is to actually add voice as well as airflow. This time you're going to take a breath and make sound at the same time. But the principle is the same. The respiratory muscles are the muscles that we're exercising here, and then the phonation system will be exercised because the respiratory muscles are powering the phonation system. It goes like this. Again, take a nice big breath, don't use the chest, and as you're blowing the air into the water, the bubbles should be moving evenly the whole time and your stomach muscle should be moving in towards the spine. If you're doing it correctly, you will feel nothing in your throat and your voice will feel very relaxed. Now, don't match my pitch. Try to find a pitch that feels comfortable for you. One last exercise I want you to do also at least 2 to 3 times a day. These are non-voiced and voiced fricatives. The principle is very similar to the water that I was showing you earlier, but we're going to use 3 sounds: S, F, and TH. Let's do S first. Number 1, I want you to make sure that you're creating the S shape correctly. If you're being lazy, nothing is going to be switching on. You need your tummy muscle to be switching on the out breath. So you take the pressure off the voice. Let's take a 1 second inhalation, breathe in, and breathe out with an S. I want you to power that sound with your abdominal muscle. Pull in towards the spine on the out breath. Take a breath in. As you're blowing air out, your tummy moves in towards the spine. If you're doing this, you're doing it wrong. Sound number 2 is F for Fred. Same thing. Take a breath. Nothing moves in my chest. As I blow the F sound out, I'm blowing it from my abdominal muscle, nothing else. The next sound is TH. Again, I'm making the shape here and I'm blowing it from my abdominal muscle. Again, if you're doing this correct, your voice will feel completely relaxed, but your tummy muscle will be working hard. Now, let's add voice to strengthen the vocal folds as well as the respiratory muscles. This time, we're going to use a Z. Zzz. Let go and breathe in. No chest movement whatsoever. Zzz. If you're doing it right, your tummy muscle will be pulling in on the out breath and the sound will be very strong. Next sound is a V for Victor. Take a breath in. And last sound is a TH. Again, all of these exercises are for the respiratory function to strengthen your lungs, your tummy muscle, your abdominals, your side muscles, and then when you're vocalizing, your voice will be exercised at the same time. So if you want to see improvement in your voice, please do these exercises every single day, at least 2 to 3 times a day, no excuse. If you implement all 7 steps, you will see improvement in your vocal function. But this is just skimming the surface. I can't teach you everything in one video, of course, but at least this will get you started. If I have enough people asking for it, I will hold a free webinar for people who really need extra help and personalized training in this rehabilitation after COVID. But if you need to get your voice back really fast, then please book in for some professional voice therapy sessions. That will help you learn better speaking and vocal technique, whether you're a singer or a speaker. And it does take at least 6 to 12 weeks to learn proper vocal technique. If you're serious about this, get some help and click below for a free consultation, and then I can register you for the correct training package. The longer you wait, the longer it's going to take your voice to heal. So if you want to get some work done fast, give me a call and your body will thank you for it. I'll see you next time.